Marky Worthington Podcast all day.
All day.
Dream by night.
Don't buy me a drink. Just give me $10.
Oh, dude, you look sweet. Yeah, you got a big beard, dude.
Go down to the strip club with your floppy disk and turn it into a hard drive.
Yeah, right. Thrown out by Big Tony.
We're here to name names and make people feel more ashamed for shit that they're not proud of.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Whatever it is.
Hello and welcome to the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. This is episode 144 with return guest, friend of the show, Anneli Cole.
What the fuck is up? Coming in hot.
MC vibes already.
You guys ready to laugh?
Yeah, they're just coming in hot. Let me just turn that down.
Audio technical improvements.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, so MC vibes, there we go. Now you just finished your... Now this comes out at the start of September. We're recording this mid August. There we go. And you just finished your LOL season show.
Yep.
How was that?
Yeah, no, absolutely smashed it. If I do say so myself. I was fucking sick though.
Yeah.
Like literally and physically. So it was really great. Working with Suma Aya and Caitlin Maggs is just, it's such a treat. We're taking that show up to Sydney Fringe as well. Don't ask me what the dates are off the top of my head. Can't think of them at all. But we'll be doing that Sydney Fringe Comedy in this month, being September now.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So there we go. A plug for the Sydney show. So the title of the show.
Yep. So the title of the show, Dolly Doctor Lied to Us. So Marky, you and I have talked previously about the benefits of Dolly Doctor and a very formative part of a lot of just general millennials. So like people who were teens and tweens in the 2000s.
Yep.
Like this was how we got our sexual health advice. Like there weren't like TikToks that were, I don't know how the kids are learning anything because that would be illegal and weird. And if there's one thing about Anneli, she's not a weirdo. But that was how I learned about it.
You didn't address the illegal part.
She's not a weirdo and she's not a criminal. Fuck. Get my attorney on the line, please. But so it was like a hard copy magazine that would come out. So like Dolly Doctor. So like there were two big magazines for girls around my age, and they were for the girls and the days, but you know, it was 2000 and the song Let's Get It Started came out, so we weren't quite progressive yet. So both of them had like a section, but specifically for Dolly, it was Dolly Doctor, and they had like this GP, and girls would write in with like their big problems, and like it could be like something really simple, like it was just like, oh, you know, this weird thing is happening to my body. Is it normal? And other times it would just be something where you're like, oh, you need to go to hospital yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, my tampon's been in for 28 days. What do I do? And you're like, oh God, bitch. Because by the time they've written in, right, it's probably been a couple of months because they wrote in via letter.
Oh, yeah.
And then by the time it came published out, that bitch has died from toxic shock syndrome.
Probably.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Bethany.
Yeah. I'm sitting there going like, whoa, yeah, that's crazy. Mental note.
Tampons don't stay in for 28 days.
I was more of a passive user of Dolly Doctor. I would often overhear the conversations that were sparked from Dolly Doctor. For example, on the backside of that, it would be people that would like read Dolly Doctor and be like over careful with things. Like it would create the opposite of like the chick that's like 38 whatever.
Yeah.
I've been in class where a chick came in panic and was like, the string broke, I need to go home, it's been 4 hours, I'm gonna die.
There was like, in the same way, there was a real fear around like quicksand
Yeah.
in the early 2000s, there was a real like toxic shock syndrome fear.
Yeah.
Like I think we'd only just learned about it because doctors don't care about women's
Yeah,
bodies.
fuck it.
Fuck that, it's a mystery. And so like that was all that we knew. And so it was just like panic.
Yeah.
I remember one time, like I wasn't very good with putting in tampons. I'll put up my hand and say it. That was hard.
I was also terrible. I'm happy to say it.
Now professional, in and out. But there was one time where like I was reading one and it was just like, I tried to put in my tampon and like it burns and feels weird. And the response was, are you sure you didn't put it up your urethra?
Okay.
Because there's 3 holes down there.
Yeah.
Listeners at home, there's 3 holes down there.
Yeah.
And so the piss hole, not where the tampon's supposed
Not
to go.
where it goes, yeah.
Absolutely not. And
Yeah.
so there's just like, fuck, it's a nightmare down there. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's also, I'm glad that someone thought of that response though, because the responses aren't always like, you got to come into it with like assume no knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fucking hilarious. That someone actually thought to reply with that just in case.
Yeah, I reckon they'd probably have to go worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Just in case it is.
That's
that sort of
fucking
thing.
insane though that someone would try that first.
I don't think they tried it. I just think they found a hole and were like, yeah, this will work.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work. And that's how you get
It's like, and what are you using as a tampon? A cigarette filter? Like,
small enough to
yeah,
get up there.
exactly. What the fuck?
Listen, I'm not here to pass judgment on the size of anyone's urethra.
Yeah.
I'm not a medical doctor. But I guess she had a one big enough to fit a tampon.
Holy fuck. Okay, well that's how we kick it off. The other element of the show, there was 3 people there. What was the order?
I went first because, as previously mentioned, very unwell.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't want to follow Caitlin or Summer because they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, it's great. I'll do it and then lie backstage very sick. So it was me, Caitlin, and then Summer rounded out the evening.
Okay.
Important for the viewers at home to know, or the listeners at home to know, Caitlin and I both currently have pink in our hair.
Yep.
And Caitlin and I accidentally matched as
Yeah.
well. So, like,
Nice.
I was wearing cowboy flares and
Okay.
a pink T-shirt, and there was, like, cow print, so it was black and white. And Caitlin was in black and white and pink, and then there was just Summer was wearing a very gorgeous and powerful blazer, and she was like, "Do you leave me out of a group chat, you moles?" Moles being yet another wonderful 2000s slang.
That's good.
Insult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. Actually, I remember when Caitlin was on the show, we spoke about terms that don't get used often enough, like that were popular. And one of them was referring to gross stuff as festy.
Festy, yeah. Festy, grotty. Grotty
Yeah.
as well was a really good one.
Junkies love this one now, but it wasn't always a junkie one. Gronk.
Oh, yeah, Gronk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like calling someone a dog or a gronk used to be such a common thing down the coast, but now it's just just basically, I'm trying to work on this word, reserved. I was trying to say reframed. I'm like, no, it's not reframed. It's reserved purely for meth users now, predominantly.
And how do you know that, Marky?
I also have TikTok. Yeah, I don't use it for sexual health. I use it to check in on my cookers.
Yeah, on your meth vocab.
Yeah, it's so funny. If you see a methed up dude with a dog, it's going to be a good TikTok. There's this one guy I follow. He's got a dog, and he'll just be talking to it the whole TikTok. The first video I ever seen, it was bringing over, you know those like bigger than normal beer cans, like a Guinness can or whatever?
Yeah.
He's just eating a sandwich, filming it, and then he pans over and the dog's just sitting there wagging its tail holding like a Kilkenny can. And he's just like, he just goes with his mad cooker voice. He's like, you got a beer can there, mate?
You see, that's somewhat heartwarming and endearing.
You gotta love dogs judge a character. I mean, you can be like, in Rock's Bottom. That's so this comedian has a bit. I forgot who it was. They're like, you never see a homeless dude with a pet cat,
Yeah.
because they would fuck off by that point. Like, they know they've backed a fucking losing horse.
Yeah, and cats know that they can just be plucked from the street by like some white middle, like mid-30s woman who's just like, oh, the cat distribution system has called me, and then it'll live a dink lifestyle.
Yeah. Well, there's two things. My crowd for this podcast has definitely grown to the point of understanding that there's more than there's more hope for people out there that have cats. Yep. And also there's probably there was a section called Dolly Doctor, and also there's don't put a tampon in your pee hole.
Don't put a tampon in your piss hole. If you walk away from this tampon
That-
or podcast knowing anything, it doesn't go up your piss hole.
That will be my sideshow off the back of the Dolly Doctor one. Don't put a tampon in your piss hole. It's just an hour of me fucking lecturing the crowd.
Everything I learned from a magazine that is now discontinued.
It's actually funny because it would probably get more attention for women's health than the actual medical system.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it would definitely helpful that you're a man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I'd have to first explain that this is applicable to both genders.
Yeah.
Well, all genders apparently. There's both. I remember I was at a show, like a variety show, like a queer variety show, and the MC said there's bathrooms, at the start of the break, bathrooms outside along there. They have bathrooms for both genders, but out of all fucking shows to accidentally say that at a queer variety show,
Yeah.
and then like spent the rest of the time, like before the music's just playing over the top, being like, you know what I mean?
Really trying not to get cancelled.
To be fair, this is probably like 8 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So a lot of venues didn't have like all gender bathroom. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny because it's just like you did so good and then you lost everybody. I ended up doing comedy in front of that crowd because it was a variety show. That's why I was there.
Really? I thought you were going to do your famous burlesque routine there, Marky.
No, crowd wasn't big enough. Money wasn't good enough.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. You only get those tits out for the big bucks.
Yeah. Yep. So the format of the show, are you going to keep that same format in the same lineup?
Yeah, I reckon. I like to go first. So I'm one of the worst people to be doing stand-up comedy because my bedtime is approximately 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And like the number of gigs that kick off at 8, it infuriates me. I want to go home and be a sleepy little princess.
Yeah.
But you can't do comedy in the daytime. People have too much hope in their eyes. Like it needs to be dark and dirty out, so they don't want to be anywhere else.
Oh, also, daylight savings is even worse.
Yeah.
Because like I've got a few gigs. Well, I've started most of my gigs earlier now, kicking them off at 7 instead of 7:30. Just that little half an hour makes all the difference. To be fair, I fuck about for 15 minutes at least. And then I do like at least fucking 45 minutes of stage crowd work at the top. So you still don't even get on stage till 8. But I and that's if no one laughs. If someone laughs, I could be up there for hours.
Crickets, you're getting 45 minutes at least.
Yeah, because I need to know that I need to convince myself, and that often takes 45 minutes, that it's their fault and not mine.
Someone's the common denominator, and sure as hell ain't me.
I went up and I left my fucking heart on that stage, and those fucking and those animals.
Pearls before swine, Marky. Pearls before swine.
I don't know. I've only ever heard bros before hoes. I don't know what pearl before swine.
Oh, it's a biblical reference.
Oh,
I'm
right.
very ashamed to admit.
Damn. Okay. I went to a Catholic school when I was and
Congrats.
yeah, thank you. My parents did well for like a few years of their life. No, actually, it's because I got kicked out of the public school and I was in a small town. There's only 2 primary schools. So, fun fact about me, I went to a public school initially. And then during the early 2000s, what the government did up in Sydney was they went, let's try and clean up Sydney so that it's tidy for the Olympics.
Yeah.
So they basically got a lot of problem families and moved them into central West New South Wales towns to try and spread the problems further. And a lot of them were housing houses. They had to go to where they would just say like, oh, we don't have any more housing, but there's this place in the middle of nowhere that you can go to. So all of a sudden, all these rural towns got like Western Sydney thugs moving into a small country town.
Bunch of gronks.
Yeah, bunch of gronk dogs. And then they would have like this one family moves into my hometown. And they pretty much had a kid in every year from like kindergarten to like year 11. And they would like if one of them would try and like bully you and you fought back, their older brother would, and if that didn't work, the one that was a year above them would step in, and before you know it, you just had like a horde of like ferals chasing after you.
So you went to school with the real life O'Doyle family from Billy Madison.
Pretty much, yeah. The real life one. Only a lot more fucking a lot more rough. So they come to a town. The town's like not expecting this. People would leave their cars unlocked. Like people wouldn't lock their car.
Yeah.
Unless they were like going to the city or like a bigger town. And just fucking ran rampant for like a couple of years where they were just basically just looting the whole town.
Oh my God.
And I used to get picked on there, and I got picked on by them and like my lunch money taken and targeted and all the shit, to the point where I like blew up and like went psycho at school one time.
Jesus.
And and got in trouble to the point where they were like, we don't think this is a one-off thing. This has been going on for a while. We've been trying to stop it, but like we suggest that you go to a different school.
Yeah, so you were asked to leave.
Yeah, because it was easier to kick the weird little kid out than it was to kick out like the whole family that's been causing problems through the whole town. So I went to the Catholic school, and I was there for a few years, and then moved to another town, and that was the end of that. But yeah, that fucking that Catholic school, I that's where I learnt all my God stuff.
Any of it stick?
But I didn't fucking learn that one.
We were into it. My family was into it, and I was very much into it until way too late in life.
What about yourself? Did you go to you went to a Catholic school?
No. We are a Protestant family. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So Irish heritage, but like not the good kind. Well, the Protestants, they're supposed to be like kowtowing to the English, the invading power. Anyway, we don't need to go into the Irish troubles on this podcast. We got enough going on. But yeah, so I went to, I started school at an international school in Switzerland. So that was fun. And then I came back and I went to quite a religious school, non-denominational, but it was a religious school here in Canberra, and I went there until the end of year 7, and then I went to the hoity-toity school.
Right.
It's which nominally religious, but like I don't know really quite how to describe it. Like I think like plays a lot of and it varies school to school, right? Like there are some schools that are like nominally religious, and then there's other schools where like they're praying at the start of every lesson.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like so, first school was like that kind, and then the school I finished high school in was kind of like, oh, we do chapel once a week.
Right. Yeah. We would do we'd go to church like every week. But we'd have like a school assembly and prayer at the start of the day. Yeah. And then before recess and lunch.
Jesus. Yeah. Well, yeah, he was there. This is how
Oh,
deep.
fuck, this is getting deep.
This is how deep I was into religion. You know how like schools, right? They've got captains for
Yep.
like the school houses.
I was the student representative council.
Beautiful, the SRC. So
Yep.
we had in year 12, we had what was called the senior council, and that was made up of school captain, vice captain, all of the house captains, and a couple of other captains of other stuff.
Right.
I was chapel captain.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was a fucking nerd, dude.
You were the captain now.
Look at me, Jesus. I am the captain now. Oh, boy. That was...
Wow. And what's that entail, though?
Yeah, that's such a great question, Marky. I don't really... I guess, like, I worked closely with the chaplain, who was a nice guy, to, like, run chapels. Like, at the start of assemblies, like, I'd be the person carrying, like, the little crosses we processed around.
Oh, yeah.
But I took it so seriously. Like, I was really into it, which now feels like I wasted a lot of my teen years. I could have been underage drinking, but instead I was drinking the blood of the covenant. What up?
Oh, hell yeah.
So I was a nerd, but I was also, I guess, funny and charming, so I didn't get beat up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was a girls' school.
It was an all-girls school?
All girls' school. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, people have probably worked out which school it is by now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're probably too busy trying to insert a tampon the right way.
Like, there's 3 holes. They're still stuck on that.
Oh, fuck. It turns out every hole is not a goal. So if you're a tampon. Yeah, so the ours was whatever it is, fucking like dudes and chicks. What's that shit called?
Co-ed.
You can tell I stopped my Catholic education early. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so I, mind you, at that school, I had the 2 years of the worst education of my life.
Oh.
There was a teacher that came there that wasn't actually qualified as a teacher. It slipped through the radar.
What was he qualified for?
PA evidently
teaching.
fucking nothing. Because once the school found out, they booted the teacher, obviously, and then the teacher became a fucking radio host.
Stop it.
That was for as far as I know, they're still doing that.
What the fuck?
Yep.
That's bananas.
So it was a chick teacher, and thinking back, there was some telltale signs.
First, what was her subject?
Well, it was primary school, so it was our teacher.
Misc. Yep.
I remember one afternoon, the teacher says, "Hey girls, does anyone know how to braid hair?" And like 3 chicks put their hand up, and she said, "Can you come up and braid my hair while the rest of the class is just like free time? Because I've got a date tonight and I want to braid my hair and I don't know how to do it."
Like, even in the 2000s, you knew that you didn't want to ask the children to groom you.
Yeah, normally it went the other way at the Catholic school.
she worked it out. She gamed the system. Fucking hell.
I like that you actually had that joke there, but you didn't need to state it, and I just fucking jumped on that grenade. Oh, I get it, groom. Damn it. It just goes to show our styles of comedy. You're like, you allude to it, and it's still funny. It's like the different. Your style there was very much like the cat.
Yeah.
And I was the dog. And the joke was the homeless person. And you've gone, I know it exists, but that's up to you to decide. And I've gone, maybe it's still good.
I think it's because I want to still have some plausible deniability. Like, I still want to be able to go, oh my God, gross, you guys.
Yeah,
Ew.
exactly. I think I need a bit more of that. It's funny too, like where that happens all the time with comedians when I'm chatting to comedians, like after gigs, like whatever, in the green room, whatever. We know that that's the joke. We don't need it fucking spelled out, but I'm just so impulsive. Like, we were in the green room once, and someone said something as like a premise to a joke. It was like a current issue. They're like, I don't know if I should do this bit. I only wrote it today, but like, if I don't do it tonight, then it might not be relevant in a week.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, this happens, that happens, and like there was two like news headlines that the comedian had linked through the joke, and everyone in the green room got it. And I just went, oh, those two are like, that's really clever. And everyone's just like, yeah, dude, that's the bit.
ADHD, is that something that you are working with, Marky?
I don't know yet.
You don't?
It's so funny. I have the bookmark saved. There's a comedian that does this as a bit, so I don't want to like. This is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
So I've thought of this as a bit, but I never have done it because someone else has this joke anyway, but I'll just say it as a comment on the podcast because that's honestly all that joke's worthy of. I've saved the bookmark on booking a psych appointment to like actually have it fucking properly done. I have a regular psych, but I need to see a specific one. Yeah, I fucking have that saved. It's been saved for like 18 months. I just keep forgetting to book it. But the funny thing was, the closest I've ever been to actually getting a proper appointment, I went to my GP because I was like, can you book it for me? And he was like, I can, and fucking booked it. And then I get a random call during the week. Hey, we've just had a referral come through.
Yeah.
Where are you based? And I'm like, ACT. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to reject this one and put it back onto you because we're actually based in South Australia. And like, oh fuck, it must be one with like the same name that just got ran. I'm like, I was so fucking close.
So close. You're right. A lot of people are doing ADHD material at the moment, which is wild because I feel like a whole bunch of comedians around about the same time have actually had individually like all of their therapists being like, I think you got this, bud. Yeah. Like my instance of that was I went and saw brand new psychiatrist last weekend. And they gave me the self-assessment stuff for the ADHD and a new script for something that I was already taking. And I took it home and I was reading through the self-assessment, and as I got to the often misplaces in important documentation, I realized I'd lost the fucking script somewhere between like leaving the office and getting to my car. And like I had to call them up and I was like, hey, do I still need to bring the assessment in? Like, I think we got it. Like, I think we know. Like,
was that the assessment?
Yeah. Did I pass the test actually? It was...
If found, returned. Fuck. So I describe it as... Right, there's two things here that I want to point out. One is there's certain things where like certain personality types will congregate. When I used to play Warhammer, there was all the same sort of dude there. When I've done multiple different social activities, I was surrounded by the same sort of fucking person.
Yeah, it was you copy and pasted in different formats.
I was always the cool one in those circles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which was good to feel.
I believe that, 100%.
Yeah, fucking Warhammer? How much fucking rope are you going to give me here? you thought I was the cool one at fucking Warhammer.
Yeah, this is like, you know, no, I'm not going to go down that road.
Yeah, don't, look. Before this, we're just talking about ADHD. Let's try and add as many fucking things to that. Did you purposely change to a sarcastic tone to see if I could understand it?
Just wanted to know if you could pick up on social skills and cues.
Yeah, I have. If I could pick up on social skills, I would be better at social skills.
I wouldn't be doing comedy.
Yeah. We wouldn't be in my fucking shed recording a podcast right now.
I'd be out playing sports.
I mean... This isn't just a shed. It has an air conditioner. It is slightly better for the audio listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a gentle hum.
Put me in a fucking, like, financial black hole to have this level of shit. But yeah, it was all a similar thing. And I think that comedy is that, though. I think that comedy is the reason that it's all that same sort of thing. And also, the second point that I want to make is once everyone starts talking about it, it leads people to think about it more. So maybe there's comedians that were just watching other people's set was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's
The poison.
Yeah.
You never see like in a movie where one person gets poisoned, then if no one said anything, how long would it take to realize?
Well, apparently 36 years.
Yeah.
Because like I saw my psychologist, so like different from the psychiatrist, and she's the one who first was like, "Hey, girl, you might have this." And then I came back to my workplace and I was talking to a couple of my work colleagues about this. And I was like, "Hey, get this. She thinks I might have ADHD." And several of my colleagues turned around and were like, "Do you not already have that?" So like I have ADHD through peer review.
Yeah.
And because I'm an academic, I know that peer review holds more weight than the word of a single doctor.
Sure.
So I'm actually the most diagnosed one can be
For
with
sure.
ADHD.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Except they will not give me speed.
The amount of So the amount of fucking things that like point to it before you, like, it's so funny that like you're always the last to know.
Yeah.
And do you know why I think that is? This is my theory. You've missed fucking academic. So my hypothesis. I think it's because you don't know the perception of another mind aside from your own.
100%.
So you can see you don't have a contrast, like whereas I know how I work and then I see how someone else works. I'm working on a bit like this about how, like, when you see someone and you're like, "Fuck, that cunt's got ADHD," it's like it's like, wait, I have that. Fuck, they must have it bad if I can read it, right? Like, it's pretty funny when you think of it like that. Like, if someone with ADHD looks at someone. But also, yeah, I think it's super common. One thing I don't fucking fuck with is people that, like, use it as a, like, "Oh, it just must be my ADHD." Yeah. It's just like, it's literally like people saying, like, "Oh, I must have had, like, a fucking... like, oh, I just had a fucking crazy moment," or whatever. And it's just like...
Yeah. People do it a lot with OCD. They're just like,
Oh,
"Oh,
yeah.
I love to clean. It's just my OCD." And like, no, like I've known people with OCD. And from what I know, it's like, "Oh, if I don't actually do this ritual, my family's going to die." Like, that's what I
Yeah.
believe in my head. I'm not being clean for funsies. It's not
Yeah.
just a cute little thing I like to do. Oh, mental illness, but only a little. Enough to make me manic pixie dream girl. Fuck off.
Holy fuck. All right, so we've got a few bits planned for this show. Now, I have organised some extracts from Dolly Doctor.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is... Okay, well, the first one doesn't work because the printer didn't fucking... But for the first couple, we're going to read them off the doco, so you've got a link there.
Yep.
Now, I think I chose 6 questions and answers from Dolly Doctors, like a highlight reel, if you will.
Yeah. Greatest hits.
Now, for the first question, you're going to be Dolly Doctor. I'll read the question, and you read Dolly Doctor's answer.
Great, very happy
Okay?
to do this.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to start with the traditional intro because it doesn't actually say it on this, but Dear Dolly Doctor, I have an irritating itch in my throat after giving my good friend's boyfriend a blowjob at the movies. I'm scared to tell my mother as she is friends with my boy's mother, and I'm sure he will find out about what I've done. Is there such a thing as throat thrush? It flared up about 2 weeks ago and has since returned. What say you, Dolly Doctor?
Just going to interject real quick. Fucking the 2000s were rife for cinema BJs.
Oh, yeah.
From what I know, I was a good girl and never did that. But here we go.
Yeah, but side note, there was also a lot of shitty movies in that time. So it did actually that. I think that Hollywood has part to blame with the amount of cinema BJs.
Absolutely. They've only themselves.
What are you going to watch? Fucking Daddy Daycare? No. Fast and Furious? What the fuck?
The first one? Are you kidding?
Well, first and second, fair enough. But after that, it's beach time.
It's zip.
It's also accurately described the head.
Okay. Excuse me. All right. Here's Dolly Doctor's response. Oral sex means stimulating each other's genitals with your mouth or tongue, such as giving a blowjob. Although oral sex is normal sexual activity practiced by many people, there's a risk of spreading some sexually transmitted diseases such as gonorrhea, hepatitis B, and possibly the AIDS virus. What the fuck? Okay, all right. I feel like there's more steps in between those two.
Didn't have time to reply everything.
Well, you could have just finished with syphilis. Yeah. Also not a great one.
No one finishes with syphilis.
No one. You only begin with it. Okay, here we go. Often, there are no symptoms of such infections, but a sore throat may occur. Also, stress through feeling guilty or worrying about the possibility of an infection can result in an irritating feeling in your throat. If the problem persists, you should go see your doctor or go to an STD clinic where the advice you receive will be free and confidential.
You can tell this was written when consultations were free.
Yeah. This was when bulk billing was a thing.
Yep. You can also, the second part of that is funny because it's kind of like there's two personalities writing that. The second part is like what the dude tells the chick not to worry about it. Also, you might be just stressed about worrying about it.
For me, that part was a little bit judgmental because in the question, she didn't give her boyfriend a blowy. She gave her good friend's boyfriend.
Which, when I was reading that, I'm thinking to myself, there's a lot of there's a tangled web that she's weaved for herself there.
Hugely.
Like, my good friend's boyfriend.
Yeah. So
that's important. It's an important detail.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just feels a little bit more judgy. It's like, also you could be stressed because you're a fucking skank whore.
Because you're a lowy gronk.
Yeah, a lowy dog gronk who sucked off her friend's boyfriend.
Fuck.
Low, even for anyway, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah. While fucking Fast and the Furious was playing in the background.
You disrespect Vin Diesel like this. He's all about honor and family, motherfucker.
Well, blowjobs, if anything, prevent family.
That's true enough.
Yeah.
That's true
She
enough.
was pretending it was Van Diesel. I'm going to pretend it's you, Van Diesel.
Vin Diesel's cock or his head?
Definitely his cock. His head is way too fucking big.
Yeah, it's too big. But like this is another thing that I think was a symptom of ADHD.
Look up from your tampons, people. We got an important bit coming.
It's just like, this is something that also clued me into my ADHD. Like, my dirty talk is bad because I'm always thinking about something else at the exact same time.
Right.
Like, there's other shit going on. So, like, where I'm going with this is, like, I think it didn't seem to be beyond the realm of possibility that you were imagining this cock as, like, just a tiny Vin Diesel head.
Well, I was picturing that as I said it. And then you picked
like a little
up on
bobblehead.
it. Yeah. You're just sitting there blowing a mini Van Diesel. Show me on the Van Diesel what you're going to do to me.
Probably got the same texture and everything.
I'll show me first before you have the privilege of getting thrush from me.
Oh, Jesus, wedge.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. How funny is that? The intrusive dirty talk. You just think of like, oh yeah, that's right, do that. Oh, how funny would it be if you did this? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm constantly doing bits. I was also, there was a time where like, it was not to be too blue, guys, but like I was getting quite amorous with my partner.
Yeah.
And then I just stopped and he was like, what's going on? And I was like, I just realized the line in The Lion King is, I guess I'm at the shallow end of the dream pool, not the shallow end of the gene pool. Oh, wait, no, it was the other way around. I'm at the shallow end of the gene pool, not the dream pool.
Yeah.
And that was what was just playing in the back of my head while I'm
shit.
like, yeah. So, fucking hell.
There is a Canberra comedian who's talked multiple times on podcasts about losing his virginity for the first time to Lion King.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yep. So it's
yeah.
an open tab.
It's an open tab.
The Lion King is a lot of sexual energy.
Let's not go to. Hey, let's not follow that rabbit hole. I'm going to close that door.
Okay, good.
It's too weird. Do you want me to read this next one out as the question?
No, I want you to still be Dolly Doctor.
Okay, great.
I think you're better as Dolly Doctor.
Thank you. Yep.
I'm the question reader. I don't know. All right. Dear Dolly Doctor, I'm 10 years old and my mum thinks I'm too young to have a boyfriend. She won't let me see my boyfriend, who is the same age as me. That's an important point. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to lose him or hurt my mum's feelings. What should I tell him? Side note, this was definitely written by a fucking 10-year-old because they care about their mum's feelings.
You got to hit 12 before you're calling that woman a fucking bitch.
It's like, we're meant to be together forever. Fuck you, mum.
Yeah, absolutely. Hormones are if there's one thing about my life, I do not miss being a teenager.
Yep.
It was, for fuck's sake.
What say you?
So, I, Dolly Doctor. How about compromising? Ask your mum if your boyfriend can visit you at home, where your mum can keep an eye on you both. That way, at least, you'll get to see him, and your mum might even get to like him. You can prove to your mum that you and your boyfriend are not only trustworthy, but also mature enough to accept the limitations of your age. Talk to your boyfriend about this idea. If he's an okay guy, he'll understand your position and agree to a compromise too.
If that 10-year-old is an okay guy.
Yeah.
The 10-year-old is, if he's an okay guy.
I think like this was the thing, right? I remember my
if he's an okay guy.
My very first crush was like fucking preschool. I have like been like crushing on people since that age.
Right.
But I remember being 10 and the boys couldn't give two shits about girls.
Yeah.
Like, and this is a whole socialized kind of thing, right? Where like girls are taught from a young age that your value is inherently in finding a man and all that jazz. So like, young girls or femme presenting people as young people are taught to do that. I find it wild, the idea that there's a 10-year-old boy who's like, yeah, let's respect your mum's boundaries. Also, like, anyone, like a 10-year-old boy who's thinking about anything other than a Nintendo 64 at that age.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the 10-year-old boy is getting out of this.
Yeah, So, similar to you, I remember having crushes on people super fucking young.
Yeah.
And I was like, as an adult, I'm like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked.
So, I remember in kindergarten picking flowers for my teacher, but not because I was being a cute kid, because I reckon that like that I had a crush on her.
Yeah, you reckon you were in
what
with
the
a
fuck? Like a five-year-old kid, not even knowing what like a crush was actually, but just being like, I have a weird thing where I want to like please this teacher, and that's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So my main one, I think my first ever like, I guess you could say girlfriend, but not really because it's like a kid.
Yeah, no.
But was when I was in that same, like in kindergarten, I played Prince Charming in the school play of Cinderella, and I had a crush on the chick that played Cinderella.
Yeah, that's great casting. on your
So
teacher's
good.
part.
As if the teachers were just like, oh, that fucking weird little kid likes that chick. Let's make him fight for the role.
Oh, so weird.
But her mum was a teacher's aide at the school. So it was to the point where I'd be like pretending that I was into shit that she was into, like Barbies and crap, to try and like hang out with her. And it got to the point where she just told her mum, like, oh, that I don't really want to hang out with that kid. So it would basically result in her mum just being like just stay away from her. Fair enough. So
you were 5 the first time you got told by a
mum to fuck off.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, but the best thing about it was we still had to do the play. So like
This wasn't even after it.
it was like you know, like when like a band gets back together for the money.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
just
yeah.
like they go out, they do their scene, and they fucking go to two different sides of the stage.
Hate each other in the wings. When we did, so my preschool did Cinderella as well. But old face over here, I got to be one of the ugly stepsisters. But my crush was also Prince Charming. His name was Jesse. I remember that much. And but then I went to kindy the following year and he didn't. And I think that was the first time I realized we weren't the same age and he was younger than me. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like scandalized. I was like, oh, no, like I can't like a boy who's younger than me. Like, ironically, I ended up married to a man who's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
Not Jesse. But yeah, no, I had crushes the whole way through school.
Nice.
The whole way.
Phencyclidine or phenylcyclohexylpiperidine PCP, also known in its use as a street drug, as angel dust among other names, is a dissociative anesthetic mainly used recreationally for its significant mind-altering effects. PCP may cause hallucinations, distorted perceptions of sounds, and psychotic behavior. As a recreational drug, it is typically smoked, but may be taken by mouth, snorted, or injected. It may also be mixed with cannabis or tobacco.
It is time for the next Dolly Doctor. About a year ago, I had pubic lice. I was too scared to tell anyone, so I poured a lice-controlled dog wash over the area. Just recently, it has come back. I would like to know if the wash harmed me and if I could buy a proper wash or cream from the chemist without a prescription. Concerned.
I would be too, quite frankly. Dolly Doctor says, if the wash you used did not burn, and you obviously didn't absorb enough to make you ill, I think you can stop worrying about it. You can buy lice treatments over the counter from your chemist without a prescription. For pubic lice, a shampoo such as Liban foam would be useful. Your chemist can show you what's in stock and will explain how to use it. What the fuck? Like, I think, like, I guess, so this is, I think, I want to again put this in the context of the 2000s where, like, this person probably doesn't have access to money. The internet, such as we know it, doesn't exist. So you can't just order something online.
Yeah.
Like, this bitch has just gone into, like, just found something that does lice because that's all they had access to and is just, like, dumped it on the affected area. I do like the gentle usage of that. I put it on the affected area. Like, yeah, great, cool. Because it's weird enough that you've done that. But, like, Jesus Christ.
As if that didn't fix it.
How is it that it came back? I guess.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
Should stop fucking the dog, you weird bitch.
Blech. There's one thing that actually disgusts me more than anything. It's bestiality.
Yeah, and speaking of the early 2000s, some of the roughest fucking videos I've seen on the old flip phones was just random bestiality that somehow got recorded and sent to everybody. Like,
What the fuck?
Did you ever?
No.
Okay. You went to a fucking all girls school.
Yep.
Yep, there was multiple times where I'd be walking past a bunch of dudes surrounded by a phone going, holy fuck, and it would be just someone getting fucked by an animal.
I hate that so much. That is so repulsive.
Yeah, well, it's called fucking public school and it exists.
Private girl. I pretend I'm a person of the people, but I'm a fucking rich
You're one
bitch
of the
at heart.
few people that went to a fucking Catholic school that had less trauma associated by the sounds of it. You're like, thank fuck I went to a Catholic
Oh
school.
my God, yuck. But I also, like, it's just, I think I've, obviously had times, like, again, like, I was, I didn't lose my virginity or, like, do anything sexual until, like, way later in my life, like, early 20s, mid-20s. But, like, the number of times, like, I was scared, like, and that was the point of, like, the health curriculum was to scare you away from having sex so you don't get, like, STDs. The one that I was always horrified the most by was pubic lice.
Yeah, really.
Like, no. What? Like, little
That was the
guys just
scariest
running
one.
around down there? Ew.
It's so funny you were most scared of, like, the most treatable one.
Yeah. Well, because I can see them. Like, if like you're parting your little pussy hairs and you're just seeing little guys going, running. No. Oh.
It's so funny to fucking... a true show of the time is the true, like, amount of... like horror surrounding HIV, and also the prevalence of fucking pubic hair, leading to the prevalence of crabs.
Yeah, so the other thing that I found interesting was in the same health class we had to, like, design posters about drugs and, like, hard drugs and, like, the pros and cons, right? So the idea being, like, kids don't do this. And, like, ones that, like, as an adult, like, I kind of understand we did, right? Like, weed, kind of don't really. Now, cocaine, sure, ecstasy. But, like, some group had to do one on angel dust. That's, like, a retro fucking drug, dude.
Yeah.
Like, no one does angel dust, as far as I know, Your Honor. But it was just... so strange that angel dust came up, because if I hadn't seen that poster in health class, I still wouldn't fucking know what it is. I think it's MDMA.
Well, it's like we were chatting about. I forgot what it was. Some comedian made reference to PCP.
Oh yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, and there was an audience member that was fixated on what is that. So between them and the next comedian, I quickly got up, like, voice to text and just put the mic to the phone and played, like, the definition of PCP so the audience member wasn't so fucking fixated on it. And it's going to make a great audio clip to bind the two parts of this podcast together, because the camera died and you get to hear the definition for yourself. By now you've already heard it. Getting into the next question for Dolly Doctor. Dear Dolly Doctor, oh, fuck. Okay. Is it wrong to be in love with your first cousin? I'm 18 and I'm attracted to my cousin, who is 6 years older than me, and I don't know what to do about it. Would it be considered incest if I married him and had his children? Could you tell me if people marry their cousins?
All right. I'm going to go at the top of this one, and I just want to say I could not disagree with Dolly Doctor on this one more.
Good.
Yeah, all right. I hate this. Fucking hell. Yes, marriage between cousins does happen, and it's quite legal. The other good news is that you wouldn't be committing incest if you married your cousin. Incest is generally defined as sex occurring between an adult member and an underage member and of the same family where the adult is taking advantage of the child. Put a pin in that. You and your cousin certainly don't fit into that category! Exclamation point. If you have any legal questions, they can be best answered by the chamber magistrate at your local courthouse. Okay, here we go. Listen, I know 18 is legally a fucking adult. But 25, that's right? Hang on.
24, yeah.
24, yeah. 24 versus 20. What the fuck? That's still like, I don't know how freshly 18 this person is, but they've known each other their whole lives, I presume. That's what do you mean this isn't incest? This is exactly incest. What the fuck? Also, I love how Dolly Doctor's just slid in and been like, oh yeah, no, this, I reckon the cousin's also into this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because this read to me, so like the 18-year-old read to me as like, I'm in love with my cousin, and like, I reckon if the cousin saw this, they'd be like, yo, what the fuck? This is fucked up. As they should be.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus. How have we strayed this far from God's light? I guess is like what I want to know.
That's probably the main question. Holy fuck. That's so fucking funny. Also, imagine, so like, what if it's just, so two things. Cousin's completely aware of it.
Yeah.
And this has been going on for a while. And holy fuck. No, this is the tail end of Stockholm Syndrome. This older cousin has been like grooming this cousin for like fucking years.
Yeah.
And it's only a thing now that she's 18 that she's like that like he's done anything about it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like...
It's a harsh reality of
Yeah.
potential outcome, the potential like precursor to this.
I don't, yeah.
So she doesn't fucking know that this is like severely fucked up because her whole life she's been like, I don't know why, I'm just kind of into this older dude. That's it's fucked up, but
yeah.
that's a potential.
Well, and I mean, like that. Well, that's what would potentially make the response even more fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Is just like the normalization of like what could be happening, and like maybe this is the only time that person has been like, "Is this actually okay?" And then for like the response to be like, "Yeah, obvi," like,
Yeah, but also this. Let's just say this older cousin's fucking level of superpowers is so far beyond the regular amount that he somehow also convinced Dolly Doctor it was fine.
He wrote and was like, "Hey, you're gonna get a letter from an 18-year-old, and she's gonna talk about you gotta tell her it's cool."
No,
man."
he wrote the fucking letter and then showed her like, "Hey, look, Dolly Doctor said it's fine."
Oh.
Yeah, I took the liberty of writing to Dolly Doctor on your behalf.
Yeah, I saw you were looking worried. Oh.
I saw it. Look, and also just to make you feel even better, I also cleared up that question you had about the fucking dog lice.
Oh, I'm not into. I hate this one. Let's go on to one that is less.
No, I'm closing with that.
Yeah,
We're closing. We'll leave it. We'll leave it from now
I
on.
don't want to.
Or do you want to do one more?
I
can
would like to
choose
do
from-
the swimming one.
Yep.
Because I feel like I'm uncomfortable with the one we just did and the last one, just because it's
Yeah, the last one is fucking
it's
weird.
fucked.
So, all right, let's do.
The last one is so fucked.
All
Let's
right.
go. The swimming
Okay,
pool.
and we'll close on the swimming
We'll
pool.
close on the swimming pool.
Is it possible to catch AIDS from a public swimming pool? My mum won't let me go to the local pool because she says she is certain I will catch AIDS, but I don't think she is right. Is she?
It's quite impossible to catch AIDS from normal use of a public swimming pool. Why is normal use in there? It is now quite well established how AIDS is transmitted, and swimming pools and normal social living are not amongst the methods. Very close personal contact, ... and infection via contaminated blood, such as from using another person's needles, which have been unsterilized, are among other known methods. Really, the experts say that now, apart from the known methods, the germ is not highly infectious, much less so than the virus causing the common old cold. You can swim in peace and have no fears. I think, like, we were talking about this a little bit.
Regular use of a public pool includes fucking people, though.
If you are a Chuck Palahniuk kind of motherfucker sitting on that on that filter, jacking it, that's probably not public use. That's, Jesus wept. You ever fucked in a pool, Marky?
Yeah. And a hot tub. Yeah, you have to. I don't think you have done it unless you fucked in a hot tub.
No, well...
Sauna?
Yes, in a sauna that wasn't on.
Okay.
So it was just a wooden
Like
room.
just a place you could go away from the rest of the people.
Yes, we were in a hostel in Europe, and so that was the best place. Also, yes to the hot tub.
It was fucking steamy when you left, though.
Fucking hell.
Someone was like, fuck, is this already on?
They came in like, why does it smell like sex? But like, I think like what's important about, again,
Been working the hot rocks
contextualize.
in that one.
Not going to talk about accidentally putting cum on those rocks, the steam rocks. Gross. But like, so the context again for this time is like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Being like, this is like this AIDS was like this AIDS. AIDS was like this huge, scary thing that like people didn't really understand, but people were dying left, right, and center, and a lot of homophobia came out of it, like because quite, it was affected disproportionately a lot of gay men, and so because people didn't know
The
how it
real
was
sauna
caught,
sex.
well, they were just like, there was so much fear. And like, I remember watching so many specials, like Captain Planet
Yeah.
did a special episode about how you can drink from the same fountain as the kid who's got AIDS and not catch it.
Holy fuck.
And Princess Di, when she like shook hands with an AIDS patient, like the world just fucking lost their mind. They were like, AIDS. And so it's weird to me. So like, this is like the 80s and 90s. It's weird to me that anxiety kind of permeated into the 2000s Australian consciousness at a fucking public swimming pool. What the fuck?
Well, like, I wonder what you'd see off camera. It's just like shakes hand, grabs hand, doesn't touch anything, turns around, puts into caustic soda.
Just immediately into metho. I've put my hand into metho.
Yeah.
It sucks. So it used to be, you probably don't need this
You-
bit, but like I used to do not horseback riding. I do that still, but I was a rower.
Okay. Ooh.
I was like a really posh girl. But like you get nasty blisters on your hands,
Yeah.
and they pop real quick. And the best way to do that is to callus it up fast is you just stick it in metho.
Yeah.
That fucking kills. Hurts so bad.
I've heard the same with, I've done it as well, but not with my whole hand, just the fingertips for playing guitar. Like the calluses. Yeah.
Oh, God, it killer.
So like the fucking public school version of rowing. How good is it that metho's a multifaceted fucking chemical?
Yeah, it reaches across.
No matter
class
your
divides.
outcome, all hands are the same when it comes to metho.
We all callous the same. Fucking hell, it is for me.
I wish I dipped my hand in fucking metho. The amount of times we'd do hands around the church and everyone just hold hands and make a circle around the church.
What the fuck?
Okay, yeah. So we there was a Catholic school, but it was a fucking like
A weird one.
not a fucking posh one. So we used to have to make our own fun.
Yep, go on.
We didn't believe in Jesus any fucking less, but we just like I remember we had like hymns on cassette, so like you just like have to rewind it midway through so you could hear the rest of the fucking song and shit like that.
Now turn over the table.
It was literally like I remember with us a song. It was like called like Hands Around the Earth or some shit. Oh. And midway through, after everyone's lined up, the priest had to like hang on and just like go over and like flip the tape to keep playing the music, because you want background music for that shit, because without music it's just weird to a bunch of people just walking around shaking hands without any music. You need a little bit of fucking rhythm to that shit. Holy fuck, yeah. So it did actually, look, I heard stories of people that like wouldn't eat at restaurants and shit because they were like, oh, you could, no, like I think you can get AIDS if you eat there.
Yeah.
Like,
just this mass hysteria. Like,
do you know, one of the VHS I recorded at the end, someone had recorded just TV, and they record a movie off TV, and then afterwards just a like late night TV, and one was a fucking drag queen interview with a bunch of different drag queens from that same from like it was from the early 90s, but some of them had been doing it since like the late 70s, some of the people they interviewed.
Wow.
And one of them said that like there was a point in time where they'd lost like sometimes two people in one day to AIDS.
Yeah.
In that scene.
It was an awful time, and like particularly, at least what I know, unfortunately, is largely American centric because that's the world we live in. But like the government refusing to kind of do anything about it, to help out, to like educate, or to like research into how to, you know, best treat people with the disease. But like there's a lot of talk about how only now they're like particularly in queer communities, they're only really starting to get elders in the community, because in the previous generation they didn't get to make it to that age.
Yeah, true.
So it's really incredible to see, you know, particularly those men who have made it through and who are now kind of acting as, you know, these guiding figures in that community. And I think that that's really beautiful. Like now that, you know, AIDS it's still a big deal, but
I don't think they'll ever fully recover from the stigma that it had.
No, absolutely.
Like, because it has a flow-on effect.
Yeah.
And I think that back to Dolly Doctor, that's what caused a lot of that stigma, is because in the early 2000s, it was a lot of parents that had like that were scared of it and then would pass that on to their children.
Yeah, because they would have been the right age for it to be kind of like this big scary thing. And like, because it would, as you say, it would have been like a massive stigma, because like the only people who were getting it, quote unquote, were not respectable. I'm doing so many air quotes, y'all, who were like either gay, which was still socially very taboo, or people who were using intravenous drugs, which still quite taboo. And so if you had AIDS, you are like, there was a weird moral judgment attached to it as well.
Sure. Yeah. Not to mention all the people that were like in the closet and still like not out to their families that ended up getting it. Yeah. All right. Well,
let's watch the fucking Saddle Club, bro.
Yep. Let's get into the next part of it. Yep. So for audio listeners, that's the end of the audio podcast, and now we're switching over to some clips from Saddle Club from 2002.
Woo!
All right. Now for the Saddle Club edition of this show. I found this in a box of random VHS. It's the only first and only Saddle Club episode that I have, and it is called.
It's the main event. Main spelt MANE, as in a horse's mane. Do you get that? Do you need me to run you through that one more time? Because main can also mean priority, MAIN. So we've got, I love this so much. We can tell it's an ex-rental because it's got a little family thing up the top here. We got the girls wearing every single outfit that I wore in 2002, which is when this was. And they look like fucking nerds. This is going to be really evocative for me. A lot of really good memories in this one.
Yeah, so it was published in 2002 and released in 2003 on physical media.
Yeah.
And also, if you look in the top right and the spine, you can see who was the outlet that used to rent it.
Video Easy Geraldton. Video Easy. God, we miss her. Don't we miss her?
All right, pop it open, have a look at the cassette. Tell me what you think when holding the old school style.
Oh my God, an advert for an Angela Anaconda in the middle.
Yep.
Also a Prime Kids, ABC Kids. Yeah, no, we were a VHS family. So we had.
My brother beat me with one. Yeah.
Well, what was it?
I don't remember. I think it was Sword in the Stone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're lighter than I remember.
Yeah,
I feel like
this one is.
Yeah.
I have some dents, like 3-hour tapes.
Jesus.
But they're
Yeah, this one is 72 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
All right,
let's chuck it in.
Let's get into it. Here we go. Oh my god. Australian Canadian.
Is that Comic Sans?
Word art. Oh god, he's hot. He's so fucking hot. They've been writing for years at this point. Lisa's only just started and she's in their lessons, which is... Oh, guess who's going in the manure? There! Get him!
Red would have known how to shut the fucking gate.
Yeah,
properly.
Red's got... Why is Red leading this horse around with a bridle? Who knows?
He'll never make it bareback.
Yes, he will. I watch women on TikTok, usually women, jumping bareback, and it is bananas to me. I can barely stay on the horse bareback, let alone do a jump.
He'll never make it bareback.
He'll never make it bareback. There's going to be a fire. Because wet hay just will spontaneously combust.
Oh,
See?
dun dun dun. Sinister fucking
Yep.
music over the top.
Oh my god. Left the light there.
See, this is what happens when you don't have to pay the fucking power bill. I reckon these private school girls never been told the fucking importance of turn off the fucking light when you leave the room.
Not once in their life. Whoop. Whoa, that escalated quickly.
Holy fuck. The way they're running it, they should call it a fucking instable.
Get him, Marky.
This thing's fucking all over the place. Fucking
Oh, Red.
get this fucking
Get the children out of the way.
get this idiot off the hose. Get Red on there, lad.
Yeah, Red can do anything. Don't put the blanket on. What are you doing? You're
They're like,
wasting time.
Quick, I need to blanket up the horse.
Like,
No, get Red in there. He'll bareback it out.
yeah. But, like, they do not need a blanket at that point.
In fact, they're probably warm enough.
Hey, it's a little warm in here.
Jeez, we're in a blazing fire. Let's make sure the horse is warm.
Carol hasn't even put the lead rope on the horse yet.
Wouldn't the lead rope be the most important thing?
Yeah. Marky, I'm so glad you said that because, yeah, it is. Gonna blindfold her so she's...
Ah, that's right. Yeah, good move.
Put on the lead rope. Oh, the blanket was actually a genius move. Fuck you.
Is he still hot when he's mad?
Yeah. Oh, bye, Red.
Oh, the sad music to play it.
Now would be a good time to ask for a raise. And more time off.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, he delayed a little bit.
Yeah. He was
Fuck
like,
yeah, Red. Treat Max mean, keep him keen.
yeah. All right. I think that's one episode.
Yeah, we'll just wrap it with that.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Don't buy me a drink. Just name names.
Yeah, right. Big Tony. Fucking thrown out
At a strip club with your floppy disk.
You got a big beard, dude.
Shame for shit all day.
Me and my best friend, Marky Worthington.
Keep it simple. Count your money.
That they're not proud of.
Just give me $10.
Hey, right?
Did you hang up? No, I just said click.